Hi, all, and I hope that you are having a great Easter weekend. Um, I'm just here to give you a little chat about my experience with receiving the Pfizer vaccine during this time of COVID. So, before I begin, I am no medical professional by any means. In fact, I am a bona fide hypochondriac. I worry about everything, from a freckle um, down to my daily functions. So I just want to get that out of the way, and I am not using this as sort of any medical advice. Trust me, I am the worst person in the world for that. I just kind of wanted to have a little talk about my experience with getting the two vaccines. So if you want to listen, grab a seat, grab some coffee, and here we go. If you don't want to listen, that's cool too. Just bypass this video. That's it. So anyway, my husband and I live in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. This is part of the Philadelphia suburbs. And I do believe I've mentioned in the past that I really, really miss living in New York. I have never warmed up to this area. Um, the people are different than New York. I am not saying anything bad about the people. I'm just saying that they're completely different than New Yorkers. And basically, what you're used to is what you're actually kind of fond of. So that's how I feel about my life here in Pennsylvania. Um, it's my husband's business is based here, and I love my husband very much. So that is why I'm here. So, anyway, going back to the process of receiving the vaccine. Back in January, like literally like January 1st or that week, we both signed up to register to receive our COVID vaccines with the county of Montgomery, with Montco, Pennsylvania. We filled out everything online that we were supposed to fill out. Everything went swimmingly. It was a very easy process. And we hadn't heard anything back. But they did keep us informed that the first group to receive the COVID vaccine would definitely be the elderly. Even though I'll be 66, I didn't qualify for that group. I was the next group down, which was fine, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But as time went on, we hadn't heard anything, and I was getting a little anxious, so to speak. We did receive updates, and the updates were nothing more than this is where we are. This is where we are. So basically, I kind of took that whole Montco thing with a grain of salt and started researching other areas. With CVS, with Rite Aid, with many of the chain pharmacies that are in the area, it was nearly impossible to register with them because it was just like, we're busy, try back, try back, try back, try back. So it was a constant battle. And given the fact that I have a 9 to 5 job, I'm not going to sit there on a computer all day at work trying to make a reservation for a COVID shot when I've got work to do. I'm sorry, but I have a mortgage to help pay, and I have a car payment to help pay. So there are certain priorities that are taking place. So fast forward to a month ago, maybe a month and a couple of weeks ago, the development that we live in has a group, a Facebook group, and it's really, really good. Like it's our neighbors are great. I mean, if I having to live in this area, I couldn't have been in a better place because I truly love the development that we live in, and we have great neighbors. So one of the neighbors posted a link stating that if you lived in our local school district, there was a possibility that you could get a COVID vaccine. Now, in the meantime, I was the one now who was really looking to become vaccinated because my husband, due to the fact that he had a slight heart attack last year and was treated at Paoli Hospital, part of Mainline Health, he automatically went into their database. And Mainline Health, in the meantime, had reached out to him. So he was able to get vaccinated. He received his first vaccination, I believe, in March, and then, like, no, the end of February. And then in March, we went back for his second. And his experience was a lot different than mine. He went into Paoli Hospital, into one of the buildings, and it was almost as though he was having a private doctor appointment. So that's his experience, and it was really good. So anyway, I registered with the local school district and with a local pharmacy that was having a pop-up shop. Lo and behold, I was able to get an appointment for my first COVID shot, which was maybe 10 minutes away from where we live. So I went, and it was a great experience. It was super organized, like organized to the point where it was assembly line. Had my first shot, waited for the 15-minute allotment that you're supposed to wait, got back in the car and drove home. Like, it was really great. The only side effect that I had from the first shot was just a little bit of soreness where the needle was. That's it. Like, nothing, nada. So yesterday I went back for my second shot. Now, what happened was I was originally supposed to get my second vaccine next Saturday on the 10th, but we're going to be visiting my daughter and her husband and the baby. So we're going to have some grandson time. So I had to get in touch and reschedule everything. And I had no problem rescheduling. Yesterday, I had gone to a different high school to get my vaccine. Again, drove there, parked the car, went in, explained it was my second vaccination because I had to reschedule. No problem. All in all, I think the whole process took 20 minutes. The 5 minutes to get in, get seated, get situated, and get the needle, and then the 15 minutes to wait. Like, it was great. Now, again, I'm no medical expert by any means, but what they did say was take a couple of Tylenol after you receive your second shot, and that's it. My best girlfriend, whose husband is a physician who happens to be like giving people needles, also reiterated that fact. Take 2 Tylenol, that's it. Just be extra careful. So this morning I woke up and, like, I had no, so far, knock on wood, I have had no adverse reaction. The only reaction that I have is a sore arm. I will admit my arm is slightly more sore than it was the first time around, but it's no big deal. I'm still lifting things. I'm still going to be ironing later. For all intents and purposes, I have had no side effects lately. So that's it. I mean, I feel so good now that I have that second vaccination. I mean, trust me, you have no idea how afraid of COVID I am. I have been and I continue to be. I don't want it, especially being in my 60s. I just don't want it. Now, I had heard, and I don't know how true it is, if you have type O negative blood, you're a little bit more, how can I say, maybe protected, but that's not a fact. That's just kind of a theory. So I have O negative blood. So I was kind of riding that, thinking, okay, maybe this is a good thing. But the past, over the past year, we haven't gone out. We've gone out to go grocery shopping. We went to our favorite restaurant twice with masks. In a little area that is kind of an alcove away from everybody else. And trust me, the restaurant was not seated 100%. I have flown twice to visit my daughter in Cincinnati, and both times, like, there was nobody on the plane. So that was kind of a good thing. But I don't know, I just feel I have kind of hope now that this pandemic may be kind of like reaching the end stages, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. All I know is that I feel really good about having that second vaccination. So that's basically all I wanted to say. And that's it. I mean, I know this is a very touchy subject with some people because some people and people that I know refuse to get vaccinated because they're kind of wary of where the medication may be going. But I'm at a point where I get the flu shot, I get my booster shots, I do everything that I'm supposed to. So I'm kind of hoping that everything works out for everybody. So that's it. If you are thinking about getting vaccinated, maybe this can help a little. But I don't know. It's just my 2 cents on how I feel. So take care, have a good day, and I will see you later with some wig talk. Bye.